All right. Peace, blessings, enough, holy, plenty, a lot of love to all our queens and all our kings in the house here on the meeting platform and also on the varied YouTube platform. Really appreciate all of you joining us today on Deep Dive Globally Changing Lives. All right, wonderful. And so we are going to move right on along into our um, theme song, of course, which was gifted to us from none other than our international singing recording artist, Queen Loretta Shadari. And it is In It to Win It, because as you and every one of us know by now, that you have to be in it to win it. Thank you very much, Queen Loretta Shadari.
We are here, shining bright into the future. We rise high with one heart and revolution, lifting up humanity as we rise, standing tall, hand in hand. We are the unicorn, we are the stars. In it to win it, in it to win it. In it to win it, in it to win it.
stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Queen Loretta Shadari. Really appreciate, really do appreciate. All right, moving right along. And so we do have our next item on the program, which of course is the presentation of the mindset. Because as you know, the mindset is very important. The mindset actually not only is good for your life here um, on the planet, it's good for everything. Everything in life that you need to do has to do with the mindset. And so the mindset will be done today by our international transformational speaker, a life coach, empowerment trainer, TV talk show host, published author of 4 books. Yes, I did say 4 books, 4 books. And of course, you can see them on her website, and the editor-in-chief of Discovering You magazine, and it's a free publication. So you can just reach out to our speaker for the mindset, of which is the art of happiness. 8 habits of people who love their lives. 8 habits of people who love their lives. So I'll turn it over now to Queen Dr. Tunishai A. Ford. Over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Derek. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome. Welcome to another exciting webinar of Deep Dive featuring Dr.
Wonderful.
Derek. Okay, thank you so much. Anyway, I am excited about this topic because I didn't realize there was an art to being happy. So I did a little research and I found an article and I did some reading and I said, wow, this would be something really awesome to share with my deep dive family. So there's actually an art to being happy. But because of time, because I am not the only speaker today, there are 8 habits of people who love their lives, but I'm going to only share 4 of them with you today because of time, and we have another speaker. But, happiness isn't luck. I want you all to know that happiness is not about luck. It's not something reserved for people with perfect families, perfect finances, or even perfect circumstances. Happiness is a habit. It's not a miracle. Although we do want God's intervention, I know that God wants so much to be a part of our happiness, our joy, our fulfillment in our life. But we have to play a very important part. And that comes through our mindset, our choices, and habits. So today we're going to look at some habits that will ensure that we can take advantage of being happy people. So it's a choice that you need to make. You have skin in the game. You have to play your part. So again, God wants to have intervention in your joy, in your happiness, in your fulfillment, but what's your part? And this is what we're going to cover today. So we're going to cover 4 of the 8 habits that people who love their lives obtain. The first one, if you follow me, the very first one, if you're taking notes, the very first one is they practice gratitude as a daily ritual. It's not a rare moment. It's a ritual that they do every single day. People who generally love their lives aren't necessarily more blessed. They're more aware of their blessings. Let me repeat that. People who generally love their lives aren't necessarily more blessed. They're just aware of their blessings. Gratitude to them isn't about making a list once a year. It's a daily recalibration of perspective that they notice, and they notice those little wins. They notice the little small things that people take for granted often. Like, for example, like right now we're in Michigan. I'm in Michigan. And for the last few days, we've had beautiful weather. The sun has been out. The temperature's been great for a winter day in Michigan. And I promise you, I wake up in the morning and I thank God for that. I don't take that for granted because I know there are people in different areas, different regions where there's snow, there's storms. The snow is like several feet high. They're blocked in. They can't drive to work. It's just havoc. But right now where I am, the weather is beautiful. I thank God for that. Some people may wake up in the morning and they like their morning tea or their coffee. And it's just a time of reflection. And it's that quiet time for them. And they're grateful for that. Some people, it might be a meaningful conversation. We're talking about those things that we're grateful for. It might be a meaningful conversation. It might be a surprising moment of clarity. It might just be something as simple as getting a good night's rest. But whatever it is, we should have an attitude of being grateful every single day. I know I shared with you the story about a man who was complaining because he didn't have any shoes until he saw a man who didn't have any feet. I promise you, there are people who would love to be in your position, who would love to be you. I know sometimes right now, this time of year, there's so many people who have lost family members. They're alone. They may be single. They may be divorced. They may be widow or widowed, maybe widows or widowers, whoever it may be. Or maybe they just don't have a whole lot of family. There are people who don't have a lot of money to buy presents, wherever it may be. But I promise you, no matter what your situation is, there's somebody out there worse off than you, and they would love just to spend 1 hour in your shoes. So remember now, we're practicing gratitude as a daily ritual. It's not a rare moment. We're talking about the people who have mastered the art of happiness. And those people who have mastered the art of happiness, they understand that practicing gratitude daily, it's a daily ritual. It's not something where, once a year, on New Year's Day, I'm going to wake up and tell God how wonderful he is and just thank him for all he's done for me all year. No, every single day. Every single day. And here's the secret. The more grateful you are, the more reasons your brain finds to stay grateful. In other words, when you find yourself being grateful for the little things, you start adding more to your list. Start practicing that. You may start off with 10 things that you're grateful for. And as you begin to thank God and see how blessed you really are, you're going to add more to your list. And what that's going to do is going to bring a sense of euphoria to your life. You're going to realize that things are not as bad as they seem. This is an art. Again, this is an art. Being happy is an art. It's something that you have to practice. It's a choice that you make. It's a mindset. It's a habit that you must adopt in order for you to be happy. We don't want to go into the new year with the old. We want to take in a new mindset. We want to make different choices for our lives. And we want to adopt new habits. So number one, the art of happiness. There are I'm naming right now, 4 habits that people who are happy, how they are enjoying what they're doing right now to be happy. Number one, they practice gratitude as a daily ritual and not as rare moments. Number 2, if you're taking notes, number 2, they focus on progress, not perfection. They focus on progress, not perfection. You can't love your life if you feel like you're constantly failing at it. People who are genuinely happy don't chase perfection. They chase movement. Let me say that again. People who are genuinely happy, they don't chase perfection. They chase movement. They tell themselves, better is enough. Small steps do count. And I don't need to be perfect. I just need to improve. Let me give you an example of that. Let's take a mother who may have 2 small children under 5 years of age. She's a single mom, and she wants to go to school to be a nurse. This has always been her life dream, to be a nurse. She's working 2 jobs. She goes to school in the evening. She's not an average student. She's an AB student. AB student. Of course, her desire would be to get perfect A's. I mean, everybody would like to get straight A's. But her goal is not so much to just get straight A's. Her goal is to feed her passion. She has a desire to help. She has a desire to heal. She has a desire to be present, have a presence in people's lives through medicine. And what she wants to do more than anything was to be a nurse. So for her, happiness, again, not perfection, but progress, her progress would be being able to walk across that stage and seeing her two small children who are under 5 see their mommy get her diploma and being a nurse. Again, it's not about getting perfect grades. It's about crossing the finish line, getting that degree. And that's the kind of mindset we should have. Some of us, we beat ourselves up because we want to be perfect at something. Instead of them understanding it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality. Because we already know that life lessons come from, it's just like those who go for degrees. Your real classroom is not in a classroom where they have seats and a teacher. The real classroom is really experiencing in real life. People go to school to become lawyers, engineers, and things like that. The real learning is not in the classroom, ladies and gentlemen. The real learning is when you're actually practicing your trade. And when you're able to finish the course and start going to that job, getting to becoming a successful attorney or an engineer or a teacher, whatever it might be, that's your progress. It's not about perfection. It's about progressing. It's about learning. It's about evolving. That's a person who's fulfilled. That's a person who's happy. So again, what you want to do, if you want to master the art of happiness, you want to practice number 2, which is to focus on progress and not perfection. Number three, if you're taking notes, they simplify their life instead of constantly adding more to it. Number 3, I'm going to say that again. If you want to practice the art of happiness, you need to adopt this habit. Simplify your life instead of adding more to it. Most people chase happiness by adding things, more goals, more activities, more social commitments, more possessions. But the happiest people often go in the other direction altogether. They don't even focus on those things. This is what they do. Let me tell you what they do. They cut out the noise. They cut out the noise. They cut out relationships that drain them. They cut out habits that don't serve them. They cut out possessions that clutter their space. They cut out commitments that steal time for what's important. And they cut out expectations inherited from other people. And they don't strive. This is so important. What I'm getting ready to say right now is so important. They don't strive for a full life. No, they don't do that. What do they strive for, Dr. T? They strive for a meaningful one. I'm going to repeat that. They don't strive for a full life. They strive for a meaningful one. So if you really want to practice the art of happiness, if that's your goal going into 2026, then you need to learn to simplify your life instead of constantly adding to it. I have an opportunity on Sundays to teach a 9:30 class at my church. And one of the topics that we were teaching about is how the enemy comes in with different strategies to bring distraction. All these fillers, you find yourself doing things that you have no desire to do for the most part. You just do it because it's expected of you. You do it because somebody, for some reason, you made a commitment and you did things. You're involved in things that just because someone asked you to do it or is expected of you because your position, whatever it may be. And there's nothing wrong with doing those things. But if you're listening to me and you're really being transparent, a lot of you are probably on overload. You're on overload. And so you find yourself being in a situation where you're compromising. You find yourself in a situation where you don't rest. You're stressed. So you can't be happy in that state. You cannot tell me that you're happy in that state. It's not about more. It's about fulfillment. So if you truly want to practice the art of happiness, you're going to find yourself just taking those things off your plate. Remember, I taught you all a long time ago, and you already know that. I don't even have to tell you. No is a great word. It's not a good word. It's a great word. Learn how to discern and know when it's time to say, no, I can't do that. No, I can't have my hand in that. No, that's not for me. That's okay. Let somebody else do that. You don't have to be the go-to girl or guy. So if you truly want to practice the art of happiness, simplify your life by taking things off your plate. Don't add anymore. There's nothing wrong with getting involved in things. There's nothing wrong with having possessions. There's nothing wrong with having activities. There's nothing wrong with being involved. But when you find yourself being on overload, when you find yourself doing things and you're not even fulfilled in it, that definitely is not bringing in happiness. But people who are practicing the art of happiness, they understand that this is a habit that they need to adopt, and not only adopt it, but practice it. They simplify their lives by adding more, by not taking away things. Just take things away. They don't add any more. They simplify it. They don't add more to it. So number 3, that's what they do. They simplify their lives instead of constantly adding more to it. That's what they want to do. Number 4, we're winding down now. Number 4, the last one I'm going to share with you all today. They invest heavily in relationships that nourish their well-being. They invest heavily in relationships that nourish their well-being. The happiest people aren't surrounded by the most people. This is so profound. They are surrounded by the right people. Let me say that one again. I want that to resonate with you. They invest in relationships that nourish their well-being. The happiest people aren't surrounded by the most people. They're surrounded by the right people. There's a lady that I know. She used to be one of the instructors for our Step Up program. She's a very, very successful businesswoman in the community. And she taught our Step Up program for a couple of years. And one of the things that she did, she said, which was so profound to me, so many people have these social media presence. They have the Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, all these different social media platforms. And you have friends, they have subscribers, they have followers. And she made the statement, she said, a lot of people have their social media presence. They have so many friends, maybe some of them have thousands of friends. She said, but if you die or something happens to you in your life, are those people that are on your social media page, are they going to be there? Are those the people that you can count on? But you have all these followers. Some people have thousands of them. They have all these followers. People that's always following them because they're these people who are on Facebook or these different social media platforms, they have presence. And so they have all these followers. But she said, she made a very profound statement. But where are those people? If anything happens to you, if you have a need, if you fall on hard times, things like that happen, if you get sick, are those people that are subscribing to your channel, who call themselves friends on your channel, are they going to be there? The answer is probably not. I'm not saying that some of them won't show up, but probably not. They choose people who are truly going after happiness. They choose friends who celebrate their wins. That's what you want in your life. Friends who celebrate your wins. You want partners. If you have a soulmate, you want a partner who communicates with you honestly. You want somebody to be honest with you. Be transparent. Be authentic. You want family members who respect your boundaries. And you want communities that uplift instead of exhaust you. You want to be in community events that don't exhaust you, but uplift you. Your happiness in adulthood is deeply shaped by the people that you have in your inner circle. That is so important. That is so important. So it's not about, again, the quantity of the people. It's the quality of the people. I remember years ago, all of you know that I am a cancer survivor. You all know that. And I may have already shared this with you, so I pray for your patience. But I remember there was an incident when I was in the hospital, and I was always looking at the people who were coming to see me, who came to visit, who called, that gave me cards, whatever they were doing. I looked at the people who were coming around to see how I was doing, checking on me. And I remember finding myself being sort of depressed. I'm just going to be very transparent about this. I was sort of depressed because I thought there should be more people. I thought there were more family members would show up. More friends would show up who I thought were my friends, co-workers, people from the church, things like that. I thought they would show up. But I didn't see the numbers that I thought that I had in my life. So there was one gentleman who worked with me. He was a gentleman that came to see me at the hospital. And I expressed to him how I felt. I told him, I said, I am so saddened because I was expecting more people to show affection, to show that they cared. And he said a very profound thing to me, and I'll never forget this. He said, Tunishai, he said, you're so concerned about the people who didn't come. He said, but what about the people who showed up? What about the people who showed you that they cared? It may not have been a big number, but they were there. They were present. And that's what I'm saying to you all. A lot of times, some of you may be very popular. You can fill a room. You have a nice big wedding. If you died today, the church will be packed. But the most important thing is during this life's journey, who shows up? Who's authentic? Who's present? Who's for real with you? Who's going to tell you when you're not looking pretty that day? Who's going to tell you when you're acting ugly? Who's going to tell you that you're on your way to making the biggest mistake of your life and being real about it? They're not trying to hurt you. Those are the things that matter. So people who are practicing the art of happiness, the people who are the happiest in the world, they invest heavily in relationships that nourish their well-being. Happier people, they don't cling to relationships out of guilt or obligation. They choose connection intentionally. That's the key word, ladies and gentlemen. Intentional relationships. Because they know it directly impacts the quality of their lives. And that's what you want. You want to have a quality life. The first thing I said to you is that happiness is not a miracle. It's based on your choices. It's based on your mindset. And it's based on habits. Oh, yes, God wants to play a role in it, but you have your role to play. He's going to do what he does. And he does it well. He's been doing it forever. That's not the issue. But when he does his part, are you going to play your role? So if you want to play your role and you want to adopt these habits, number one, to do a recap, number one, you want to practice gratitude as a daily ritual, not a rare moment, not just once a year. At the end of the year, you want to start put together a list, all the things that you're so grateful for. No. Every single day, you should be thanking God. But first of all, just waking up in the morning, being in your right mind. There are people who woke up this morning who are not in their right mind. And I believe that everybody on this platform is in their right mind. I believe that. So be grateful for the little things, the fresh air, a sunny day in the wintertime, a cup of coffee or tea. Being able to reflect. Practice gratitude as a daily ritual. Number two, focus on progress. Not so much being perfect. There's nothing wrong with being a high achiever. But if you don't reach that apex right away, just begin to count the cost and understand that, look, as long as I'm moving towards the goal. What's the glory of God said? The battle wasn't given to the swift or the strong, but the one who endures to the end. I think about the children who are in Special Olympics. They're all handicapped. They all have disabilities. And only one person could be a winner. Only one person. But think about that child or that young person who's in their wheelchair, their walker, wherever they might be in, and just the mere fact that they entered the race. The mere fact that they entered the race, isn't that enough? Only one person can win, but all of them are winners because what? They crossed the finish line. And that's what life is all about, crossing the finish line. You may not come in as number one, but you're going to cross the finish line. And that's what life is all about. That's what happiness is. Take that pressure off of you. It's not about being perfect. It's about finishing. It's about progress. Number three, simplify your lives instead of constantly adding more to it. Take things off your plate that don't need to be there. Don't overwhelm yourself with things to do all the time. Everything is not your issue. Everything is not for you to carry. Everything is not for you to solve. Just be present and do what you need to be doing. Simplify your life. Keep it simple. I remember when I was in management, my manager used to always say, keep it simple, stupid. Okay, that may not sound too good. That's what you teach. Keep it simple. Don't be all complex about things. Keep life simple. Get the stress off of you. That's a way of being happy. Keep things simple. And number 4, invest heavily in relationships that nourish your well-being. And I believe that when you apply these 4 out of the 8 habits into your life, adopt these habits, you'll be well on your way to conquering and adopting and understanding the art of happiness. I'm Dr. T, and thank you so much for allowing me to share. Thank you.
All right, all right, all right. Thank you very much, Queen Dr. T. That
Thank you.
was so awesome. Those 4, we need more. But I tell you, we will satisfy with these 4 for this week. Because
Yes.
I mean, right on the top of the list is gratitude, right? And
Mhm.
most of us do not show gratitude, especially to God, all right? Because whether you want to believe it or not, from once you are alive and kicking, it simply means that God wake you. It wasn't the alarm, it wasn't the person beside you. No, it was God that put breath in you for another day. All right, so just give
Yes.
thanks. Give thanks with a grateful heart. Give
Yes.
thanks. Thank you very much, Queen Dr. T. All right,
Part
that's
2
all.
next week. Part 2 next week.
Part
That's
two
part 2.
next week. Wonderful. So invite, invite, invite. All right, Queen Pastor Tony Coleman.
Thank you, Dr. Derek. Great presentation as always, Dr. T. I could go down the list, excuse me, and the being grateful. I've been trying to, or I'm always grateful. First of all, I'm always grateful for God, for what God is doing in my life. Always, from the smallest things to the greatest things. And I've been more so pressing forth in praise and worship and, that type of thing every morning and throughout the day. And he's always reminding me. And so I thought about that when you had made mention of being grateful daily and focusing on progress rather than perfection. And that's where you really made it clear, because a lot of times I have a tendency to focus on perfection rather than progression. And so I thank God for that clarification and the short teaching that you shared, because yes, it should be progress, and sometimes we get stuck on that perfection because doing it over and over and over, and usually that's me. So I thank God that you made that clear, um, you know, and I intend to focus more on that. And then also, as well as always, doing it right first, doing it right the first time. And, not adding so much to your life. I'm guilty of that too. Instead of focusing on the things that I'm responsible for, instead of things that shouldn't even be in my life. And so, and investing in the right people, having the right people in my life. And, you know, um, I thank God for those 4 uh, habits, and I look forward to the next 4. But great job, really ministered to my life, and I thank God for you as always.
Thank you. Thank you, Tony. Thank you. Let me make a statement about that perfection. I don't want to give the impression. I hope you all. I know you all understood this, but I just want to say this. It's nothing wrong with striving to do everything well. But that should not be the focus. A lot of times we go to school, like for me, being a person who's been educated, we focus on getting an A on the test, but do you really understand what you learned? You know what I'm saying? Maybe Dr. Benny shaking her head, it's more important that if you're going to school, like being an attorney, being a doctor, being an engineer, whatever, Dr. Benny, cybersecurity, whatever it is, I think it's more important to understand. And like I said, most of your learning, the classroom is not inside the physical classroom. It's going to be outside in the world. That's where your education is going to come. That's where the rubber meets the road. When you get that on-hand experience, that's where the teaching comes in. And that's when you're going to really understand and learn. And that's where your perfection will come in. But right now, we put too much emphasis on, I gotta get straight A's and everything. I think the society puts too much pressure on us, where it's not so much about perfection, it's about finishing. So many people start school and they're so pressured and so stressed out, they don't even finish the course. And when they do finish the course, they're so depressed and stressed out and full of and all this debt. Is like, what was the point? What was the point? So I just want to make sure that you understand that I'm not saying don't strive to do well. I'm just saying that make sure that your focus is finishing, progressing, evolving. That's the most important thing.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Queen Dr. T. And you see, when you know your direction from early, that's another thing. You have persons who, even when they are teenagers, late teens, they still don't know what what their goal is, what they are going towards. And when you don't know what you're going towards, then things begin to get a little, blurred. And so you just sometimes people just all over the place. Fortunate for me, as early as age 7, I knew exactly what direction I was going into. And I loved the direction. So it wasn't about getting A's per se. It was about learning as much as I can
Mm-hmm.
with what I love.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, and so I just dive into what I love, which of course was technology. So I just dive into it from as early, my 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 in Jamaica, you have what do you call it again? Common entrance. You have common entrance and you have technical entrance. Now, common entrance was to go to a regular high school, and technical entrance was to go to a technical high school where you are able to learn skills. So I wasn't all that good with subjects. That's number one, and I knew that from early. I was good practically with practical things instead of the book things. And so therefore I went in that direction from the get-go. All right. So fortunate for me, I knew where I wanted to go. Some people don't figure that out until them way up in their ages sometimes. So, try figure it out. And you know, I mean, if you have a love and you go towards it, and then later on you find out that you have another love, then fine. But try to figure out your love, which most people say is your career. What is your love? What do you love to do, basically? Thank you very much, Queen Dr. T. Definitely. Um, First Lady Queen Dr. Benny.
Season's greetings. Queen JW, hi, hi, hi. Ah, greetings, my queen, Dr. T. Um, Before I proceed, by the way, I want to thank King Dr. Derek for giving me this opportunity. Well, as I can smile, God is the ultimate. To me, I don't know about you guys. No, no, I know Dr. T always talk about God too. And King Dr. Derek, I know he always correct me. But I want to take this moment to thank our Heavenly Father. There is nothing like him. He is watching over all of us today. A friend of mine just called me and said we should count our blessing because uh, 10 of our friends died in Cameroon before she came to America. So, hey, we are alive for a reason. That's what she said. Um, I want to thank God because God brought all of us right now, this evening. Pretty soon it's going to be Christmas, but I would say season's greetings. There is no one like him. We, all of us, we accept Jesus Christ as our Lord and Savior, and we believe he was raised from dead by Jehovah. I want to thank him for waking us up this morning. And some of us went to work, some people went to school, and we're back. We thank God for it. Thank you, Queen Dr. T, for this amazing mindset, which I say it is very impactful. And your insight were well articulated, added with significant value to our discussion. You said, well, there were a lot of habits, but you make us to understand that the happiest people are the people that are surrounded by the right ones, right? I mean, by right people. I'm trying to surround myself with right people. I am I try to stay away from people who say certain things that I don't like. I try to run away. There are a lot of people that Dr. T that they always try to put me down. So what I do is to stay away from those people. My main goal is to love me, right? Uh, Go to school, study, get a good job. Uh, just like King Dr. Derek was saying about not having, I mean, our main aim is to focus, right? Let's say you talk about common entrance. In my country, I had but list B, not A. Two girls and three boys passed, right? And I was among those girls. So even though my parents were not excited with me, but hey, I did what I could. I'm fine, right? Now, when it comes to this cybersecurity, when coming to America, I noticed a lot of foreigners, they just want nursing, 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 health, 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 health. So I said, I want to be different. And so I decided to study security. And a lot of people went to school, they did not finish. They did not finish. Like when you take a school loan, right? You believe in your mind, that you want to complete that education. But a lot of people don't complete the education by even though when you take the school loan. But I want to thank God that even though I haven't paid my school loan, um, I completed the education. It was hard. I didn't have all the A's. I didn't, but I had with this degree. You don't want to know the GPA I had. It was I was excited, really. With like master's degree, I know the Americans. During we took a class, so the Americans they always show off. Please, for I know you're American. Sorry, they were showing off too much. So our teacher during when they were calling the grades, they were calling the grades, yeah. So they would call people, call people. Do you know I was the last person? They called me. I was the last. Guess what my grade was? there was a big love. She drew a diagram of love. So I did not have an a B now. It was not a B. I was the last person. And then, when they were calling people, they were bragging, but they did not know who I was, an African woman. Hey, I did it, man. I made it. Well, I scored the highest. Although we're not talking about the perfection, but just to let you know that education to me is the key to success. So the happiest of individual is significantly it influence in well within certain companies, right? Which is being surrounded by oneself with positive and supportive people, just like you say, right? Which can lead you in order to increase your happiness and fulfillment. I really want to thank you for what you have done through this year. I love you. Um, you have done a lot. You have taught us. A lot of people they get mad that Dr. Derek is that we are coming here all the time. That was the need with this. Well, let me say, with cyber security. That certain that come like victory with Ash doesn't need cybersecurity. This one doesn't need. But what I understood it, there are a lot of people who are very content with some of the things that Dr. T that you have taught us. We are learning every day. So I just want to thank you for your love and for your support. That we believe that you will come back again and teach us more.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Benny. Thank you, Dr. Benny. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Yes, please.
Thank you.
Thank you, King Dr. Derek. We all love you.
All right, wonderful. Thank you, First Lady Queen Dr. Benny. And we have Queen Jacqueline Warner.
Hi, good evening to everyone. Or better yet, I will say season greetings to each and every one of you. And just want to say thank you, Dr. Debrick, for the amazing platform. And so I'm happy that I was part of it throughout this year as this year closes out. And I'm happy to be surrounded by the right people. Hey. And of course, we go the leaders, all of you, the presenters, and the members of this amazing platform. I give all my love to each and every one of you. Thank you for your support throughout this year, your love, you know, and basically a lot, especially I'm grateful for what we learn. And Dr. T, amazing presentation. And these are things that we really need to focus on all the time because they're part of our everyday life. We got to be grateful for just waking up every day, every day. And like Dr. T said, not sometimes, but it's a routine, like she stated. And progress is so important, and it's not about perfection. I know in my early days, I was in my younger days, I would be like, I wanted to make sure everything was perfect, and you get burned out and you get stressed out, and you don't get anywhere. But when I got off of that, it was a lot better. It made my life became more simplified. Like
Yes.
so they all work, they all intertwine with each other
Mhm.
because yes, my life became simple when I stopped focusing on perfection. It's about getting it done.
Yes.
At the end of the day, that's what it's about, getting it done. It's not about how perfect. And sometimes you even get caught up, like when you have to go and do a webinar, or you got to worry about, oh, how is my face right? Am I dressed correctly? And sometimes all of that just makes life more complicated. It's so, and your step, that number three is so profound. You know, we have to keep things simple because we ourselves complicate things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Life already come with their own complications. So we, like Dr. T said, we don't need to add. We add stuff. And then we get burned out, stressed out, overwhelmed. Some people even get mental breakdowns because we over we add more and more to our platter, and we know we can't eat everything on our platter. It's just like getting a plate of food and putting everything on there, and before you know it, you're taking it to the trash because you couldn't even eat all of it.
Yep. Yep.
So we don't need to add a lot of stuff to our platter. You know. And I like the fact about investing heavily in relationships that really nurture progress, you know, that help us to keep our life simple, you know, and that to bring us happiness. Look how these things intertwine with each other.
Yes.
Yes, because my mother used to say you could count your friends on one hand.
That's right. That's right.
That means they're going to be very important friends. They're just not going to be any and anybody.
There you go.
So, Dr. T, amazing, amazing. I can't wait to hear the other four. You know, we really need to practice the art of happiness because that happiness brings joy. Thank you so much for this amazing presentation. We love you. We appreciate you throughout this whole entire year. And we
Thank
will
you.
appreciate you in God's willing for 2026.
Thank
Bless
you. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much, JW. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, wonderful. Thank you very much, Queen Jacqueline Warner.
You're welcome, sir.
Really appreciate. And of course, thank you very much, Queen Dr. T. Really appreciate. All right, so moving right along into our next presentation. Of course, we know it's cybersecurity, and the only one that is qualified is, of course, a young lady, have her doctorate, of course, in cybersecurity. That is her passion, and she has been doing it for many years, many decades. That's what she has spent her time doing, and her career speak of it. And so we just want to thank First Lady Queen Dr. Benny for the many years of cybersecurity. Thank you very much. Really appreciate. She is an entrepreneur and, of course, an international speaker. We speak none other than Queen First Lady Dr. Benny. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, King Dr. Derek, for this opportunity. So, today we're going to talk about how artificial intelligence will change the world. You guys know that there are a lot of things that is going to happen, but this information that I got was published just last 2 months ago, October of 2025. So, you will have been living under rock, right? If you did not know how artificial intelligence is going to be, that is going to affect certain jobs in 2026 to 2030. So unlike when it comes to artificial intelligence, we have a lot of people, like the students now, they're utilizing ChatGPT, right? They're using ChatGPT. Some of them are using it to do their homework, you know. But one day, I believe teachers will be catching them for that. But anyway, ChatGPT seems to be stealing all of the headlines at, at the moment. Like Google will show all network when it comes to software that is going to build like presentations, is to analyze the data as well as writing the content, right? And those type of some of those tools we have like Gamma, Jimmy, and many artificial intelligence. So those type of wordings, or should I just say artificial intelligence, they're resisting rather than riding the crest of will. So, but before I proceed, like, okay, what is artificial intelligence? And when it comes to in a computer arena, um, it is the ability of digital computers, which it does control the robot to perform tasks commonly associated with the intelligence being. So the term frequently applies to the project of developing the system which involves intellectual process by characterizing of a human being, such as the ability to reason. It discover certain type of meanings, which it generalize by learning past experience. So since their development in 1940, the digital computer has been programmed to carry out every complex task, such as discovering like the proof for mathematics, right? Despite the continuing the advancement of the computers, right? It does process the speed of memory capacity that are being yet been programmed. So artificial intelligence, to me, the way I look at it, it is here to stay. Um, so how do you think it's going to change the world? How? There is a debate out there, but as you all know, that you and I, we are humans, right? And we have the knowledge. Some of us, the programmers, they are the one programming those robots for them to perform certain tasks. So like any other debate subject, there will always be people who are for it, and there are certain people who are not for it. So artificial intelligence is no difference. In fact, new AI tools with the division between the calm and growth. So many market researchers, there are a lot of market researchers nowadays, analysts, they say that artificial intelligence, it has a potential to bring numerous positive changes, right, in the society, which include it pretty soon is going to enhance productivity, right? It's also going to improve healthcare. It will increase access to education, right? But we need to adapt into it right now. So others will say mostly those working in human work type like jobs, they are manually repeating the AI, which robotics, which is a disruptive force when it comes to the future jobs. It merely serves to steal the jobs. But robots and artificial intelligence technology can and will create many. At first, let me tell you, I thought that artificial intelligence was going to come and take all the jobs. But no, I think I will have to go back and do more research in this, because there are a lot of people thinking that they were thinking like me. No, artificial intelligence also is going to create some jobs for us. It is to solve complex problems and make our daily life easier and more convenient. So the jury study it out, but leaning is more towards artificial intelligence, which is being very positive force rather than negative. So, hey, how will artificial intelligence affect jobs and the economy? So, according to McKinsey Global Institute, this says that the global average of level of adoption and absorption at advanced artificial intelligence, it implies by simulation. Now, artificial intelligence has profound the impact with additional global economic activities around what? 13 trillion 13 what trillion in a foreseeable future in 2030, which is about 16% higher in a cumulative gross domestic product, which is compared to today. So this amount of 1.2 additional gross domestic product, the growth per year, if it is being delivered, this impact will compare well with other general purpose of technologies through the history. So the same report went to say that by 2030, I know this is 2025, next year is coming. So by 2030, the average simulation shows that 70% of the companies will have embraced the artificial intelligence revolution in the adoption at least one type of artificial intelligence technology, but less have fully absorbed 5 categories. And according to Forbes, what Forbes says is that the potential has most disruptive technology. Forbes also said the future of artificial intelligence brings what? The endless possibility and what? The application that will help now in order to simplify lives to a great extent. It will also shape the future of destiny of humanity, right? Positively. Now, others in the know says that artificial intelligence potentially it is going to bring numerous positive changes in the society for both now and in future, which includes what? It includes it's going to enhance the productivity, it's going to improve that healthcare and as well as education. So what is going to happen in 20? They say, how will artificial intelligence affect the jobs? And how many jobs will artificial replace by 2030? Artificial intelligence could replace well, I would say there are a lot of jobs that it will replace, but I'm just going to give you a few of it, right? Based upon research, researchers from the University of Pennsylvania and OpenAI, they found out that educated white collars earning up to 80,000 a year are most likely to be affected by the workforce automation. Then Forbes, this is what Forbes says, also says that, but according to Boston University reports that artificial intelligence will replace many as 2 million manufacturing workers by 2026. I say, wow. But McKinsey Global Institute, they report that by 2030, 14% of those employees globally could need to change their career due to what? Digitalization, robotics, and artificial intelligence advancement. So, when it comes to these jobs, what are those jobs that will be automated? There are certain jobs that will be automated. And like I said, there are many. But you want to know what automation is. When it comes to computer, it refers to the use of technology that will perform tasks with a minimal human intervention, right? So this can include the use of software applications, the script, batch processing in order to automate routine tasks, streamline the processes, and which it is going to enhance the efficiency. Automation can also apply with the field of which include manufacturing, information technology in everyday life, which will reduce the human error. It's going to save time and also it's going to improve productivity. So some of those jobs will be customer service representative. Those who don't like to learn other skills, and if you're a customer service representative, I will beg you to go back to school and study something. So when it comes to the customer service representative, most human customers service with the interaction are no longer done by the phone with human employees. You understand? So most of the time, they queries the problems of the customers with repetitive answering queries. It does not really require a high emotional or social intelligence, right? Therefore, when it comes to artificial intelligence, it can be used now to provide an automated response in order to frequently ask questions. I'm just going to name a few about it. You talk about receptionists, you have accountants and bookkeeping, then you have what, salespeople, those who are salespeople, research and research and analysis. Then you have what, warehouse work. You know that online sales is steadily growing industries, and which it comes with what, increasing needs for what, the processes which are being automated in a system that is efficiently, it gets order on tracks for delivery, right? Then you have the other one, we have insurance underwriting. So when making assessment, right, on the viability of the insurance application, the most important work is often analyzed by with the data which is being available by applying it with a formula. So automation can easily complete this task, right? And it continuously adapt to perform more complicated duties. So another one is trading. We have what, retails, which is like self-checkout. Remember that when it comes to this automation, most of the time, a lot of people don't want to stand and, you know, to pay on the line when they don't, if they purchase their good, they don't just want to stand and be wasting time. They decide, they most of the time they decide, they say, I don't have time here. Let me just go for self-checkout. And when you go to the self-checkout, if that self-checkout or that machine itself, it is being programmed, which is machine learning. It is being programmed now for you to pay and go. So how quickly can you change career? Expert says that artificial intelligence and machine learning will help workers now by creating more occupation than it replaces. So it says that in order to ride the wave and build new careers, you have to procure the skills necessary to get a job. We have to go out there. We need to go and study, right? Artificial intelligence requires extensive research and collaboration now, which is still emerging in a lot of areas at the moment. So there are a lot of jobs that artificial intelligence is going to replace, right? So, and there are certain jobs too that artificial intelligence will not replace. There are a lot of them, but I can just name you few. You have teachers. Teachers often represent what? A reference point for many of us, right? Then often our academic decisions are partly based on how inspiring a particular teacher has been with us in the prior years. Remember, I don't think a robot, we're going to be sitting in class for the robot to be teaching us. No, no, no. And then you have lawyers and judges, and you have directors, managers, and CEOs, right? Then you have what? Human resource managers. You have psychologists and psychiatrists. You have surgeons. So for sure, when it comes to technology, surgeon has seriously increased in accuracy with whom We are today able to diagnose, right? And to dictate the diseases in many medical report, right? Then you have computer system analysts, you have artists and writers. So I believe I will continue again next time, but let me just give you the conclusion of this. You know, when it comes to this, the naysayers have seemingly concluded that artificial intelligence would take millions of jobs. That's what I used to think myself, right? And put people out on the street. Mm-mm. Those are excited. You know, there are a lot of people who are excited about it. But some of us are ready to embrace the changes that are saying that artificial intelligence has the ability to create more new types of jobs than it replaces. That says it will now appear the resistance is wasted and that people must accept that artificial intelligence is coming as a part of our daily lives. Every job role should embrace it, considering the efficient and the cost efficient solution that it brings. It lets people to focus on more creative goals, right? By what automating the decision, making progress, and tedious task. Artificial intelligence also it offers great what promises to drive businesses forward, being automated with manufacturing process, and it delivered what a valuable insight. Thank you guys for listening, and see you next time with artificial intelligence. It is here to stay.
All right. Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you very much, Queen First Lady Dr. Benny. All right. Um, Queen Dr. T, go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. So I'm trying to get my camera. Okay, yeah, you can see me now. Yes. Thank you very much, Dr. Benny. Great presentation. And you're right. Uh, AI is here to stay. I had a conversation where actually Tony and I had a meeting with one of our instructors. He goes all over the world speaking. And he's one of our top presenters for our Step Up program. And we asked him what we could actually do to enhance our Step Up program. And the first thing he said, Dr. Benny, was to incorporate AI learning, teach our kids, teach our youth AI. So we're in the process of now finding an instructor to teach that. I know the different aspects of it, but what I wanted to ask you, I know they have courses out there. They might be like 10-week courses, things like that. I don't know how often they meet, but do you think they'll be offering degrees in AI, like like a bachelor's, master's, PhD? Will they be offering degrees?
Yes. Actually, I have a friend who will proceed. I mean, she just graduated with her master's and she wants to go and do her PhD in artificial intelligence. I didn't know that. I did not. But
Okay.
I found out
Okay.
last Wednesday. I said, wow. Actually, there are schools of engineering. There are a lot of them program that some of us really need to go and learn, because I need to go and study myself to know more about artificial intelligence. And some people have certifications. There are certifications for artificial intelligence. I have to go and learn myself.
Well, the young man that I'm speaking of, he did a demonstration for us. Tony was on the line, and it didn't seem to be that hard. You can use artificial intelligence to write books, to write papers, all kinds of things. You can ask questions. I guess it's a little more sophisticated than Google, but it's so many functions, and I just know that with artificial intelligence, it can really, like you said, it's not going to so much take away people's job, but people who are like blue collar, factory workers, things like that, it may take away jobs like that because they'll be building cars, and they're even artificial intelligence will also help you will also be able to assist surgeons they're using AI for surgery. Okay,
Yes.
and they're also going to be using AI. Well, they also automatically already use it right now to build cars. AI, remember the movie I Robot? And most of you may have seen that. Oh, Robot with I Robot with Will Smith. I
Yes.
believe in the future everybody will probably even have an opportunity to even have like a little miniature robot. That might be something that the country may require that you have some type of AI assistance in your home. That
Yep.
might be something mandatory, or for those who can afford it, it'll be like a commodity, something you can buy that will enhance your life. So it's like you hear it, like you said, it's here to stay. It's not going anywhere. Yep.
Yes, and you notice that there are some managers that they will prefer to hire, let me say, to have machine learning. They'll have like robots. They train them in a warehouse, for them to transport boxes upon boxes. They have been trained for that. I
Mm-hmm.
know that they will do a lot. Some people would prefer to hire, or let me say, to have those robots, the robotics, to do the jobs, because the human being will call off from work, but the robots will not. You know that, right?
It'll get tired. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
So we just need to work harder. Those who have low skills, they need to study and do something much better. Like I said, when it comes to certification, nowadays, there are certification in artificial intelligence. I don't have one yet, but I have to study.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, wonderful. Thank you very much for that question, Queen Dr. T. Yes, you to even work in AI or to get a good career going in AI, most definitely you will need at least a bachelor's degree, definitely, and you need computer science, definitely. You need data science, and of course, um, you have AI engineering and machine learning. And yes, you do have your master's in AI, artificial intelligence, and you have your PhD in AI.
Mm.
And that has been, I think, from maybe COVID time, you had those degrees um, from about that time. So PhD in artificial intelligence has been around a good while now.
Mm.
Been around a good while now. But you know, it's good to dive into it and you know and see what happened or where it goes. But yes, you have all those degrees in artificial intelligence. Um, so any other questions on that?
I don't have a question, but I just comment.
Okay. All right. So go ahead, Queen Jacqueline Warner.
Amazing presentation. Amazing topic.
Mm-hmm.
Topic of great concern, definitely, especially for especially I think AI is definitely here to stay, and like God said in His Word, there's good and bad in everything. So there's good and bad in AI also. The bad is that some people will lose their jobs because a lot of the basic um, jobs, the basic things that people do, that's what AI will be doing, is the basic jobs. You know, they don't need people to clean their offices. They get a robot. You know, I've been to some places, and while I'm walking around, there's a robot cleaning mopping the floor. There's supermarkets where there's no one there. You just walk in, especially in California, and you just buy your stuff and you pay and you keep on trucking. So a lot of the it has cars without a driver. People
Oh,
already experience those. I have friends that's already experienced those things and share it with me. I wouldn't get in a car with a, but some people are excited about things like that, or being in a restaurant and there's no
oh,
waitress, but a robot is serving you, and some people are extremely excited. You know, I go to the house, I know it was a humidifier, but it was actually a robot to clean the floor while we go to bed. And I was like, oh my gosh. Okay, so let me tell you, you're right. It's going to get it's warning us now that hey, these are things that we need to get into if we want to have be successful or be part of this AI era. So it's things that we definitely going to have to invest in education wise, so we could keep up with the changes of this world. But a lot of people will be losing their job. But one thing AI cannot do, AI does not have empathy. AI does not have compassion.
that's right.
And those are the jobs that you will need to focus on if you want to be stay within this AI mess that's going on, that's here to stay. We can't change it, but we can definitely do something about it. So social workers, you're going to need people that is able to help people and solve issues and stuff like that, which AI won't be able to do on a personal level. So those are, I think, most of the jobs that I think people should look into. Social work, anything to do with humanity. So robots cannot, they don't have empathy, they don't have compassion, they don't have a heart. So therefore, those are the jobs that I think people should look into. And don't be fearful, because God is in control. No matter AI or no AI, God is still in control, but we have to use wisdom in everything that we do. So thank you so much for that amazing presentation. Look forward to hearing more about it.
Thank you so much, Queen JW. Queen Dr. T, they are really, just like King Dr. Derek was saying, when it comes to these classes for AI, he talks about the data scientists and machine learning engineers,
Yep.
computer vision engineers, natural language processing. And the school that I went to for the graduation was University of Maryland, Baltimore County. I did not know that they were teaching artificial intelligence.
Wow.
Um, um, well, but there are a lot of schools. If you want to do that, if you want to learn, you can still do your self teaching, just like King Dr. Derek always want to study by himself. He doesn't want to spend any dollars because he's a smart man. Study, I know he's going to study it, which is so it's really good for us to do it. You have computer vision engineers, right? Then you have deep learning engineers, and you have artificial intelligence. So if I want to study, maybe I would prefer to go and do like a research. Uh, but there are people with the data scientists. Maybe King Dr. Derry would do that one. And Queen Dr. T, maybe you would be a business development manager or artificial intelligence product manager. So whatever you want to study, just like you say, maybe it's easy. We have to start from somewhere.
Yeah, yeah. I have another question.
Yes, please.
What about this may be a silly question. I don't know, but I was just thinking, what about the manufacturing of our natural resources like food? Will that artificial intelligence take the place of farmers? Planting foods, it's, will they take the because farmers because they know exactly, understand the earth, they understand seeds. Will robots or artificial intelligence be able to manufacture our food? Is it going to be more like it is like in space? Or are we going to get to a place where we won't even have fresh fruits or vegetables unless we grow them ourselves? Where are we going in terms of our food products?
I believe I'll come to you with that, but I do understand that humans, they will, when you know the programmers, they will program that robot to do certain things, to even teach them how to do farming, how to plant. Remember, in the healthcare, they program them to say, let's say, go to the third floor, room
Yep.
366, and give medication. It is being programmed, right? But you have to have that intelligence or the knowledge now to program those robots to do the work. They will program robot to do the farming.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if they can program robots now to do the warehousing, carrying one carton from one place to another, then they can still do that when it comes to farming. But I will go and do my research on that, please.
But does that make sense though? You know that one day they'll be manufacturing our food. It won't be like the food we eat now. It'll be like more like space food. Like in a box. You know what I'm saying, JW? It's
Yeah, do
like
you remember the Jetsons? Remember
yes,
the Jetsons? How the
yes,
food was
yes,
already prepared?
yes, yes,
I
yes,
think they show us everything ahead of time. Like
yes,
you said,
yes.
they're trying to play out the Bible ahead of time. That's what they're doing.
That's what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking. That a lot of this stuff, a lot of these movies that you saw 10, 15 years ago,
Yes,
they
indeed.
I don't know who gave them the revelation, but it's like they were always there preparing you. So when you see this stuff, it's that's just a spaceship. Oh, no problem. We're gonna go to Mars. We're gonna go to Mars for vacation. Jupiter. It'll be no big thing. It'll
But
be no
don't
big
think they're
thing.
not doing it already.
And then, yeah, yeah, yep. I got you. I got
They're
you.
doing that already. It's
Yes,
just not down to our level.
right, right. I got you.
But you know that one day they will be smarter than us, right?
Who?
AI. There are
You mean
certain things.
AI?
Okay,
They're already
like
smarter than
chat.
us.
You see, like Chat GPT. When you go and ask question, what happened? By the way, it is been programmed,
I
right?
use yeah, because I use Chat GPT.
Ah, uh-huh.
Mhm.
What is the more people will bring more answers to the you have to train it, right? Train the Chat GPT, provide all the information.
And it put
If
it
you go and
together for you.
that's right. So time will come that they will bypass us. That's the way I'm looking at it. But
Well,
maybe you guys may think it different.
you can actually ask AI a lot of deep questions, and they will answer it for you and tell you
Mm.
how far they will go, or they're able to do, and what they're able to do so far.
Like I said, CEOs would do what it takes now to spend money on robotics. Now you see the self-check machine out there in Walmart and the rest.
Yep,
They will prefer to have that because
that's what
they
I'm
don't have
saying. Basic
money to
jobs
be
is going
hiring
to
humans,
disappear.
right? Okay, humans, like I said, humans will say they have to go to the doctor, but that machine will not say they're going to the doctor. That's the way I look at it. Um, Thank you so much
All right,
thank you guys for your
wonderful.
input. I appreciate.
Thank you. Mhm.
Nice, nice. Okay, wonderful. Thank you all very much. And of course, um, farming is one of the areas where a lot of artificial intelligence lies because one, a lot of persons, especially the generation coming up now, ain't want to get their hands dirty.
Yep,
Mm.
So when a lot of farm work and all of that used to happen back in the day, a lot of those farm work thing not happening again, because of so much or so many liabilities and all of that. And so It is actually not known as farming anymore, really and truly. It is known as precision agriculture.
Oh Lord.
That's what it is known as now. So it ain't no more farming, right? It's precision agriculture. And so therefore, they use data. They use data um, from sensors, from drones,
Oh.
and from satellite, of course. Listen, satellite plays a very, 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 very important role in our world today, right? And especially with those low hanging satellites that Elon Musk put up there,
Exactly.
it's even worse. It's
Like Starlink.
he has capitalized on the data um, situation, right? So therefore, it helps farmers to make smart decisions for better yields at lower costs. Everything is about the bottom dollar. And that's the bottom line. It's about the dollar. All right. And so the precision agriculture, um, it helps to optimize irrigation, of course. So they use less water and all of that, and less fertilizer, less pest control, and all of that, because artificial intelligence is actually helping in all of that. So, yes, and as I said, it is now known as precision agriculture.
Agriculture.
All right. So that's where we are now.
Hmm.
I think I saw Queen Dr. Nadu hand was up. Queen Dr. Nadu. Queen Dr. Nadu. I think I saw your hand up.
Hello, thank you, Dr. Derek.
Mhm. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Yeah,
Hmm.
our
Welcome.
sister,
Yeah.
Dr. Benny,
Yeah.
as usual, good job, good job. You always tell us that AI is not replacing human, but we are seeing a lot of stuff. Right now, there is a movement going on in New York City. It will
Hmm.
be a strike, and the nurses are asking patients to vote for human, not AI. They are claiming their job because they worked there hard during COVID all this time. And at the same time, the hospital is experimenting the new technology like AI, and they want to use it. And now they are going to lay off a lot of people, and it's coming soon by the end of the year. My question to you: are you going to support them to maintain the nurses, the human one, to help us? Because, like our sister JW say, there's no emotion, there's no feeling, but we need that support. They even do like the surgery, the robot surgery in New York hospitals without any doctor, and they succeed in that too. So it's scary. It's scary. So what will you tell those people? Are you voting for the human nurses, or you are voting for them to go and go look for a new job, or start learning when they need that money to survive today?
It's
I
gonna be
will I will
It's
vote
hard.
for
Yeah.
I will vote for the union for the women to continue because the women, or let me say the nurses, they have feelings. And let's say if a patient is angry, I don't know if that robot will say, "Oh, it's okay." Well, I know that they can still program that robot like that, but most of the patient are used to humans. Um, I will prefer human being to be. I will vote for the human, for the ladies. I hope I answer your question.
Wow.
Queen Queen Dr. Nadu, I will vote
No,
for
we gotta
humans.
wait to see what decision the upper line will make.
Queen Dr. Nadu, to tell you
Yeah.
the truth, the reason why the upper, let me say, uh, the owner of the company, that they will prefer um, the robots.
Yeah.
They're doing that for a reason, but they will still keep humans. I'm sorry, they will still keep some of the nurses there. I don't think they will stupidly just keep only the robots to do the work. No, they will also keep some of
They
our.
will cut more than 50%. That's the problem.
Oh, oh
Okay,
Lord.
so for that reason, I will. If the ladies, I'm sorry, the nurses, if they know that this is going to happen, and we know that uh, the CEO of that company cannot stop it. I'm sorry, the nurses cannot stop it. So the best thing right now, maybe let's say they might give them 1 year or 3 months to do something to better of themselves. They just need to go and study something.
They
Uh,
are going to strike now. Yeah.
wow. Oh man,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
nurses. Hmm.
Yeah. It's hard.
Well, okay, I would say I am for the ladies, okay, but I am not the CEO of the company.
No, it's all the hospital is all New York City. It's not like
Oh
one
no.
hospital. No. Mm-mm.
So
Oh,
Yeah.
when do
As
they
I
bring?
as I said
Go
as I
ahead, Dr.
said
Derek.
as I said earlier,
Mm.
Wow,
this was way behind.
not
Started
good.
or
way.
I think I said yesterday, maybe not earlier, but yesterday. Most of us may have remembered in the early 2000. Well, let me start from the late 90s. Up to the late 90s, you used to have toll booth
Yep.
where a person collect money, give you a little change, and you went on your merry way. But then the lines backed up all the way. If you're in the Holland Tunnel coming into Manhattan, then you know, so you back up into New Jersey. If you are in Manhattan going out in the Holland Tunnel, then you know you back up maybe round to Chinatown.
Mm-hmm.
So now, you know, the easy pass, and you kind of slow down a little, but you're able to push through. Now in the early 2000s, it was 1,500 persons that lost their jobs
Mm-hmm.
as a toll booth, whatever you call
Oh
it.
yeah,
I
the
don't know
toll.
what
Yeah.
they call it. That person, and this was just New York alone.
Mm-mm.
1,500 persons. Have those jobs come back? No. Okay. So you can sign your petitions, you can do all of that not do, it
Wow.
not it not doing a thing.
It's already in the
Not doing a
plan.
thing. I do apologize. Um and I do feel it for persons who who are in that situation right now, unfortunate, but it's not going to get better. Technology is not going to stop. Not going to stop. It's not going to, feel sorry for the nurses, because everything is about the bottom line of that person's business.
Oh wow. Yep. At the
So
end of the day.
if you want to have a little nursing home or nursing place or whatever it is and employ those persons, then fine. But it's not going to reverse.
Wow.
Unfortunately, it's not going to reverse. All right. You see, when last did a home health aide or a LPN or a RN or whatever N, when last you heard of someone get a bonus? You don't have those things anymore. All right. And so the employer is going to tell you that between your salary, especially that field is dominated by females, so you talk about maternity leave,
You don't
you
get that.
talk about vacation, you talk about sick days, you talk about all in all, they will tell you that it takes, with salary alone, you're talking about at least 40, 50,000 just for salary. Just for salary, 40, 50,000. We're not talking about health care. We're not talking about vacation leaves. We're not talking about this. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about insurance. We're not talking
Pension.
and this and break and pee break and coffee break and this break and smoke break and all sort of break that people take. Right? No, a robot going to cost, say,
Less.
40,000, right? 40,000 drop dead. That's it. Right? Yes, a little maintenance and so on, because those robots going to be brand new. And when you buy a brand spanking new car, it gives you at least 5 years service without you have to blink an eye on it. Right? If you buy a brand spanking new car in the plastic, it's going to at least give you 5 years without broke down. Whether you maintain it or you don't maintain it, it's going to give you 5 years. All right. So if we look at the robot just like the car, and I spend 40,000 and buy that robot, and that robot give me 5 years, no maternity leave, no sick leave, no smoke break, no
No
bathroom
pension.
break, no toilet break, no waste time break, no
No
nothing,
lunch.
no lunch break, no supper break, no, right through the night, going and going and going, and give me 5 years of production.
Okay, no.
Why wouldn't I choose that? Come on. Why
That's what
wouldn't
they
I
up.
choose
That's
that?
what they're up against.
Why wouldn't I choose that as an employer? That's what I would choose. So you could have ball little more, write petitions little more. Not really not going to do anything, because I, as the employer, is looking at my bottom line. And if I can just spend 40,000 for 5 years of non-stop production, why wouldn't I take that? All right. And that's where we are now. Right. And that is why Amazon is replacing is
They're
two
going to shut
thousand
a
or
lot.
so
A
people
lot of people are going to lose their job.
they lose their job, yeah, about 4 months or 5 months ago,
Wow.
right? So why wouldn't I choose that direction as an employer, right? That's where we are. And so you and I, unfortunately, that's the predicament we are in, especially in the United States of America. That's where we're today. All right. No, it might not reach down to the third world countries, and that's maybe the advantage of third world countries. We just can't afford it, so we just go on with the little manual that we can go on with, and so on. But that's where on the day. All right. So therefore, we have to retool ourselves. That's what we have to do. We just have to retool ourselves. That's the bottom line. No going around it, no going over it,
Mm,
no going in
through it,
it. You
but
just have
through it.
to go through it and retool. All right? Beautiful. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Dr. Derek,
Mm.
you talk about that layoff with Amazon. So they lay off like 14,000 people, and
No,
they
man,
have,
not so much.
ah,
1400, 100.
well, Dr. Derek, if you go to,
It's a
if you
lot
go
more
and
than
check,
that.
it's 14,000, and they got a 18 billion quarterly profit because of the robots. Check.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Oh, so it's
It's,
14,000.
yes, sir.
Yes, Dr. Derek, it's a lot.
There you go. I don't know where I get 1400. All right, 14,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's serious. It's serious. It's not a joke thing. Not a
Uh,
joke thing. So it's not just the hospital. It's not just um uh, RN. It's not
Every
just
job is that
in the medical field. Every field, because artificial intelligence covers every field
everything.
on the planet.
Could publish
Okay,
books, it could make your product, it could set your goals, it can do everything
everything. As
except for
according to
try.
Queen Doctor T, um, you maybe need to watch I Robot
Yep.
with Will Smith. That was that came out way back in the day. You know,
And the Jetsons always
Jetsons.
let me
Yes,
know,
the
hey,
Jetsons.
it's gonna be like that one day.
Yeah. Flying car and all that.
I'm telling you. And
Mm.
they got them already.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah. All right. Wonderful. Any other questions? Any other comments? Any other? All right. Wonderful. All right. So we're going to ask Queen Dr. T just to give us her final.
And thank you very much. Thank you all. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I really do appreciate you all. My final thoughts, my closing thoughts for tonight. Happiness is created. It's not something that you discover, it's something that you have to create through your choices, your mindset, your habits. People who truly love their lives don't have perfect circumstances. They don't have perfect circumstances. They have intentional habits. They choose simplicity over chaos, presence over distractions, self compassion over self judgment, connection over performance, and progress over perfection. And most importantly, they stop waiting for happiness to arrive and start creating it every single day. by your choices, by your habits, by your mindset. The art of happiness. Small moments, small habits, small decisions repeated with love, presence, and purpose will help you achieve happiness going into 2026. Make your point to adopt these habits, and you'll be well on your way to achieving happiness by choice, mindset, and habits. Thank you very much.
All right, wonderful. Thank you very much, Queen Dr. Tunishai A. Ford. And your final First Lady, Queen Dr. Benny.
Thank you so much. Like I stated from the beginning of that, the naysayers have seemingly concluded that artificial intelligence will take millions of jobs and put people
Mhm,
out in the street,
mhm,
right? So, in that says, it will appear that resistance is fertile and that people must accept that artificial intelligence is becoming part of our daily lives. So every job role should embrace it, considering the efficient and the effective solutions that it brings. So it led people now to focus on more creative goals by automating the decision making, by processing and tedious task. Artificial intelligence offers great promises to drive business forward, automated with manufacturing process, and it delivers the insight. Now, artificial intelligence also increasingly being used across various industries nowadays. It is. Now, it includes logistic, manufacturing, and cyber security. Now, when it comes to small businesses, it also made a rapid progress in creating speech recognition software for mobile devices. Now, to stay ahead in this area of artificial intelligence, it is essential to embrace the lifelong learning, develop new skills, be agile, and specialize in a particular area. So, by developing these skills and adapting
wow.
into changes of job market, workers can thrive in the era of artificial intelligence and also take advantages of the opportunities it is being present. Artificial intelligence is here to stay, my brothers and sisters, my queens and kings. Thank you so much, King Dr. Derek, for this opportunity.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much, First Lady Queen Dr. Benny. Awesome. Really appreciate, really appreciate. And thank you all our viewers on the meeting platform and also on the varied YouTube platforms. Really appreciate, really appreciate. Thank you all very, very much. And yes, we have come to the end of our deep dive, globally changing lives. And we just want to thank Queen Dr. T and First Lady Queen Dr. Benny for their wonderful presentations, and especially to you, our viewers. Really appreciate. Thank you, those on YouTube. We'll be closing down YouTube shortly. Not sure if there is going to be um, one global movement meeting tomorrow evening and also on Friday. Not sure. Not sure if they have all passion, but most definitely there will be deep dive on Thursday, right? It's right there on Christmas Day, so to speak. It's Thursday. And yes, there are persons who don't have any family and, can come and resonate and, share the time with us. All right. And so also, I have a special program that I'm going to be doing tomorrow. It's a special prayer program that I am the speaker. I will be the speaker at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll send out the link to come on the prayer meet, because I tell you, during these times, persons get drunk, persons get ravenous, persons get all sort of things, and throw away their life even quicker. All right, and so we will be meeting tomorrow at 7 with some people, and we'll be praying and asking God to help us in these trying times, especially with all our nurses and all our healthcare providers and all of these things. Oh my goodness, it's just atrocious. And so the only person that I know that can help us is, of course, Jesus Christ. So join me and join us tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And of course, it will be on Zoom. It will be a Zoom link. So I will send you that Zoom link for the meeting tomorrow evening, which will be prayer. I'll be looking at Jesus paid it all. So join me and let us have a nice, lovely, lovely time together. All right. And then, of course, deep dive on Thursday, globally changing lives. Next week, I don't think we have any Dream Team meeting, but Mindset Monday, and of course, deep dive on Tuesday. Thank you all very much, especially those on YouTube. Really appreciate you do all have a wonderful evening and enjoy yourself. However, please be careful. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time. Thank you.